This is Sunshine. He's a little Mustang out of Colorado, and I haven't played with him for a while. So we're going to do some grooming. The wind gets his hair in knots, and this grooming for mindset is real important, especially on a horse like this. He's one, if you leave him alone for a while, his acuteness, awareness gets kind of peaked, and he's one of those that never really gave up the wilderness, so to speak. So if you leave him alone for a while, he'll start to get back into that survival mode where everything is really important and really serious. And that's just him. Sometimes that can be, I guess, what some would call inconvenience. I actually like it because it brings me back, into an awareness that I like to be in. Conscious of what I'm thinking, conscious of what I'm doing. This particular horse requires that. And in order to synchronize with them, I got to get those four things in alignment: thoughts, emotions, attitude, action. He's in the moment, paying attention, and requires whoever's with him to be there too. So when I go check in with him, I've definitely got to check in with myself first, because if I'm not aware of what I'm thinking and doing, he is, and the results or the feedback from him, it can get a little, we'll call it wonky, but others would call it chaos. He's one of those that requires you to be paying attention, presented to him correctly. I love that about him. Some might call that difficult to train, whatnot. And it never changes, is what I like. If I leave him alone for a while, he does. He gets acutely aware of his surroundings. Things are really, really important. So this grooming for mindset really helps, because he's tense right now. I don't know if you can tell. He's a little tense. And as I present to him what I expect from him, I'll be a calm, quiet thinking, and paying attention to my actions. A horse like this will help you develop an awareness about yourself that you may otherwise never come to realize. What I think I'm doing with other horses, and then what I'm actually doing, may be two different things, because they'll show up in this relationship with this horse. You've been rolling, I can see. So Sunshine, he's starting to shed. Yeah, you're starting to shed, buddy. Does that feel good? When they start shedding, they like that brushing. Get that off of them. Getting ready to put a saddle on him. And then I'll ask him some questions in 5-part series of 5 questions we ask to get a deeper understanding of the horse. And even though I understand him, I still got to ask him questions. How's he feel today? Beautiful thing about that 5-part series is we get to go inward first understand ourselves, present that to the horse, observe the feedback from the horse, make changes here, present again, observe the feedback, and then you get into that corrective feedback loop where you can actually go inward to go outward. If you understand yourself first, it's a lot easier to understand the horse. The really beautiful thing about that is when you can get into that loop, the corrective feedback loop, your horse gets a deeper understanding of us. He gets a deeper understanding of himself. That has a compounding effect as well. Each engagement grows stronger, develops stronger. He'll understand what's expected from me. I can understand what's expected from him. And then we can help each other in the relationship to be the best versions of ourselves. So this corrective feedback loop is for both of us. It may be initiated by us, in which case I will tell you it is initiated by us. Now, if we're consciously aware of what we're thinking and doing, you'll have a better advantage of understanding your horse, and then he'll have a better understanding of us, a better advantage of understanding us. And then when that happens, things start to stabilize. There's no restrictions in their minds, no restrictions in our minds. You might ask, well, what restrictions? Well, confusion, anxiety, doubt, fear, any of those things that would cause tension in the body, the heart rate to pick up, the breathing to get short and shallow, muscles to tense, thoughts of getting away rather than, drawing near. All of those things we want to be aware of, especially in the individual, because horses are different. They're not all the same. Some, they're going to be more willing or compliant, where others are not so sure. And you can go to the other extreme, they're actually defiant. And then we got to find out why. What is it? What do we need to do to present to them to where they can understand? And then we'll continue to utilize that for growth and development in our relationship. So it's kind of one of those things, whatever you can control, whatever you can't control, become very apparent in a horse like this. I cannot control him. He's too strong. His will is too strong. But what I can control are me, my thoughts, my emotions, my attitude, my action, and present to him, observe feedback, make changes, create an attraction through the alignment of myself, and I'll get willing compliance rather than going for forced compliance, which never works. It only creates resentment and rebellion. Hopefully that'll help you in your horsemanship.